Hi everyone, welcome back to the makeup chair. Today I want to talk about how to tint your eyebrows. And I talked about this in a previous video. I can't remember what we were discussing. We were discussing a different topic and I brought up the fact that you can tint your eyebrows. And I had a lot of people asking me like, would this work for me? So I want to go through first of all who it's going to work for, then explain the products I would recommend using, and then also how to use them. I have been tinting my eyebrows for years because I overplucked them back in the early 2000s. And here's what I'll tell you, okay? If you feel like you have no hair there, I promise you, you probably do. You probably have tiny little fair baby hairs because we all have hair like all over our face. And if you can focus on them and tint them, you're going to get your shape back. You're going to have a fuller brow. And that's what I love about tinting. And these tinting kits are also great if you have dyed your hair darker, but then your eyebrows and your eyelashes are still on the lighter, fairer side. This just means that everything's going to work really well together. It's also great if you want to do like a low maintenance kind of a lifestyle. If you just want to do this once every 6 weeks, yeah, every 6 weeks, and you're going to have shape there, you're going to have some color there, just going to limit how often you're going to have to fill in your brows. I also recommend tinting for people going through any hormonal changes, as long as you do a patch test. If you're going through hormonal changes, you might find that certain areas of your brows, your eyelashes can actually change color. So they might go like slightly lighter and they might not look as dense. But if you add that pigment in, they're going to look bolder, they're going to look stronger, and you're going to feel more like yourself. So that's another group that I would recommend tinting for. Now, if you are not sure whether tinting is going to work for you, definitely let me know in the comment section what your issue is and I'll see if you are a good candidate for it. But I do think that tinting brows is pretty much for everybody. Now, there's so many different products out on the market. I'm going to go with this one to start with, okay? This is just from the drugstore. It's not going to be as good as professional stuff, but I really want you to start off with something that isn't professional so that you can build up to using a professional kit. Now, because they're applied in the same way, you might be tempted just to go ahead and buy the professional one. But I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but there's a couple of things that I kind of want to go through. First of all, if anything goes wrong with these, it's going to be very, very limited. That's why I want you to get used to using a very low dose of tint and then build your way up to the professional stuff, because the professional stuff is intense. This basically does absolutely nothing for my eyebrows, but a tint, an actual professional tint that I use, that actually does do something. It kind of just shows you the difference between the two. Another thing that I don't want to be a Debbie Downer about, but I do see people doing, is using eyebrow dye on their eyebrows. Please don't do that. I don't want to be like, I don't want to be telling anybody off, but I see people do it all the time and it scares me because it's not something that you should be doing. It's incredibly dangerous to be using the same products on your hair as you do on your eyebrows. I know I see people online doing it and they'll say, I've always been doing it. It's totally fine. It's never caused me an issue. You know, here's the thing. I had a teacher and she used to say, you can walk across the street with your eyes closed and you might reach the other side safely. But if you keep doing that, you might not reach the other side. And so it's really important, even if everybody's like, it's totally safe, you have to make sure that it's safe for you and you should be testing it every single time, which I want to talk now about doing a patch test. Listen. I understand when you go and buy like a new beauty product or you order one online and it arrives, you are so excited, if you're like me, to actually go ahead and start using it. But I want you just to hold your horses for a second. You do need to do a patch test. Patch test is typically done where you just do a little mixture. It usually tells you how to do a patch test and you just either put it behind your ear or your the inside of your arm or your elbow. And it's just to see if there's going to be a reaction. And this is really important because if there is a reaction, you cannot use these products. If you're using a different brand, even if the old brand never caused any issues for you, please just double check. I would even say, if you're really sensitive to stuff, I would even say every time you get a new box, do a patch test. Even if you know that this brand, you've used it for years, it's never caused you any issues. Every time you get a new box, do a little patch test because you never quite know. And it's always better to be safe. Our bodies can always be changing. And so if it's been a while since you've done anything like tinting, give yourself a patch test just to be sure. What was the other thing that I was going to say? There was some other issue. Oh, and the other thing that I want to mention is you can get these kits that are designed for brows and you can get them for lashes, okay? Now you can use the lash one on your eyebrows, but you can't use the eyebrow one on your lashes. It is not designed, this one is for your brows, it's not designed for your eyelashes and it can cause irritation. So I would avoid that, but you can do vice versa. And a lot of the professional kits are actually designed to be used for both. So that's just something to be aware of. I think there's 12 applications in a box, okay? I would love if you are a complete beginner, I would love for you to just try to do all 12 or at least 6 before you move on to the professional stuff. Even if you feel like this isn't really like showing up and it's not really doing anything, because as you'll see for me, it doesn't really do too much, but the professional stuff will. And I need you to know how to do something like this, which is really, really easy, user-friendly. I need you to know how this works so you can move on to the professional stuff, because the professional stuff will stain your skin. It can cause more of a reaction. Things can go wrong more with the professional stuff versus this one. So if you know how to use this and you're really good at it, you're not going to have any issues with the professional one. With all that said, and I know some of it was kind of boring, but you know, I just really want to give you as much information as you can so you can be the safest that you can be. But with all that said, let's move on to actually how to use this. So you will need a tint, a small lip brush or eyeshadow brush, a flat concealer or lip gloss brush, a skin balm like Vaseline, and then some cotton cloths or wool that you can dampen, and some tissue. And I'll explain why I recommend these as we go. I'm using the Eyelure brand, which I got in my local store, but this isn't about the brand, it's about the type of product. So before you move on to using any professional products, I would recommend using over-the-counter products, but you want to make sure that it has a color and an activator. Some of them are wipe-on, wipe-off gels, which are great, but they won't prepare you for using some of the professional brands. Now, most of these kits will have like a little area in the middle, a little well that you can mix the product in, which is great, or you can use a shot glass, which is what I use when I use professional products. It also comes with a spoolie, which is a really tight spoolie, which is great for mixing, not so much for actually applying. That's why I would recommend using a tiny lip brush or eyeshadow brush. Likely you have something old that maybe you don't use anymore, or something from a really cheap palette that you got one time. But you can also get these as disposables as well. Now, even though these are disposable, I actually just use them over and over again. Just wipe them down, they'll be fine. Just as long as you keep it separate from using it for anything else, this is only for tinting. So this white brush is actually what I use for picking up some barrier cream on the back of my hand and applying, but also I keep it handy for reapplying and removing any product that might get on the skin. But don't worry, I'll show you how that actually works as we go. Now, before you mix anything, you want to prep the skin. This is really important because you want to remove any oils from the skin, because oils in the skin will prevent the tint from holding. So I just use some warm water and then some cool water just to make sure there's no residue on my eyebrows. Then you want to take a balm. Now I'm going to be using this lip gloss little brush to apply this, and you want to focus in the middle and the edge, because as you wipe off, those are the areas that you're going to drag the color across, so we don't want to get those discolored. But you also want to work in and around the brow area, but don't go too close, because some of these balms can kind of melt as they kind of like adapt to your skin, and you don't want them kind of creating a barrier too close to your eyebrows. Otherwise, the tint is not going to work. If you do have any dry patches, make sure you are fully covering them with balm and keep an eye on them, because they will hold on to tint a lot more. It's kind of like fake tan. It just holds on to dry patches, unfortunately. Now for mixing, you can use the spoolie that it comes with because it's quite dense and it works quite well. And you can put it in that little area in the palette. Or you can use a shot glass and a beauty spatula. It's totally up to you. Now you want to read the instructions to see how these two have to mix together. If both creams are about the same amount, typically it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So don't worry if it says it's like, oh, you have to have like 1 centimeter and then 1 centimeter of this. If it says 1-to-1, just make sure that they're equal parts and you should be fine. You don't have to get a ruler out or anything like that. But it's still really important to read what instructions your particular one has, because some of them are creams and some of them are liquids. Now for the first layer, what I like to do is just use whatever's left over on the spatula and kind of run that through the brows. But then when I'm using the first layer on the actual brush itself, I like to brush in the opposite direction. So I'm kind of like pushing against the hairs and kind of getting up and around them. What you don't want to do is just put the actual tint all over the brows and just leave it flat, because you're only going to be coating one area. So you want to build this up with 2 or 3 layers until you get it fully saturated. But I want you to keep track of how many times the tint actually touches the skin. Now don't worry, it's not going to cause too much of an issue if it's on there for a few seconds. All you want to do is just take that balm brush that you've been keeping handy, pick up a little bit more balm, and then run this over the area. Now once you've kind of rolled this over the area, wipe it off in that tissue, pick a little bit more balm up, and then go back in again. Because if you start wiping too much with your balm brush, you're going to end up basically removing your balm, and then you're going to end up kind of tinting the skin, which we don't want. Now, it's not much of an issue with this particular tint because it's designed for beginners, but it is an issue when you use professional stuff. But don't worry, because we'll cover that in another video. Once you feel that it's fully covered and the area around it is nice and clean and you feel like you're good with the shape, then it's just a waiting game. Now, I don't want you to set a timer if this is your first time. I want you to set a stopwatch. And every few minutes, I want you to wipe off a little bit of the color and just see what's happening underneath. Now, use a plastic spatula or even the back of the tube, because that way you can reuse it. As long as the tint isn't absorbed into any cotton, you can just reuse it as you go. And then when you feel like, yeah, I'm getting there, it's getting nice and dark, you're ready to remove it. Now, at this point, what I want you to do is I want you to do a kind of push and pull and lift motion. What we don't want to do is completely drag this across the eyes, because the area around the temples is going to get discolored. This cotton that we're using should be damp. It shouldn't be too cold. It shouldn't be too hot. It should be kind of somewhere in the middle, like a little bit colder than lukewarm. And this should lift the tint off really nicely for you. And there you go. That is how to tint your eyebrows using one of these drugstore kits. Yes, it's not a drastic difference, but for people with very light eyebrows, it is going to show up a lot more. Now, I left mine on for a really long time. Don't leave it on for too long because it can dry it out. So even if you do leave it on for like an hour, it doesn't really change. It's always going to only go as dark as it can go. So that's just something to bear in mind. Don't feel like if you leave it on overnight, it's going to drastically change anything. It's not. It only goes as dark as it wants to. Now, the professional kits now, they are going to be a lot bolder, a lot stronger, but I just really needed you to learn how to do it with a non-professional one before you move on to that. I'm not even supposed to be telling you to use professional ones. Like, you know, it kind of goes against the ethics of training in these things, but if you're gonna do it safely by starting off at a really basic point and moving on to that. If you do have any more questions, definitely let me know in the comment section. I love helping you out. And as always, my friends, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I'll see you in the next one.